Okay, well, let's check and see that we're live. We're live, right? We are, in fact, live. Cool. So, let's see. Alright, so somebody, and I should find out who, gave me a Golgari Pox list. Oh, it's I Play Bad Decks, who's known as Ant in Discord. He's got a Golgari Pox list. And you know me, I love some smallpox. So, I am going to update Stream Decker, and then we're going to try and play this deck. Hey, Six Sigma, how's it going? I don't want to play a full Modern League with this, at least not initially. So we're going to play a two-man with it. Like now, sitting down and like actually getting into the stream, I can feel how fatigued I am, so I hope this is a good stream for people. I am in queue, just not a lot of people in the two-man queue right now. Which is sad because Modern's in a great place right now. Hey, Tarek, how's it going? Yeah, I really feel like Big No right now because I just had a big glass of water, or a big bottle of water, and I am still very fatigued. I tried to take a nap, but people kept calling me. I kept getting spam calls. Couldn't mute my phone because I was waiting on a text from grocery delivery service because I couldn't go anywhere today. And like, hey Kefka, welcome. Glad to have you. And we'll be playing as soon as this queue fires. I do have the. All right, that did finish. We're just gonna be brewing some modern decks, basically, or playing some modern decks. This is Ant or I Play Bad Decks. Golgari Pox deck. You know what? I'm gonna keep this hand. See what our opponent's up to. Yorian. Alright. We get a Lily. I'm gonna start Urborg. Just give him the old Inquisition here. Never change, guys. Never change. So I can take Lotus Cobra. That stops them from accelerating. I can take Cord. They have nothing to accelerate into. Or I can take Ice Fang. It's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. I'll be sure to stream on my birthday. So I can be like, haha, I got you. But it's not the day. Man, what card do we take? Magus is kind of a problem, but I do have Fatal Push. Quaddle gives them resources. Welcome, Dick Record. Yeah, I'm a sad ad nauseum player. Rip. I'm gonna take Ice Fang Quaddle. We'll see how much I regret this. Opponent plays a snow-covered forest into a Lotus Cobra. We untap, draw Bloodghast, play Verdant Catacombs, pass the turn. When it plays Prismatic Vista, it gets to float a mana. Cracks Prismatic Vista. I definitely should have Inquisitioned that Lotus Cobra. Because the fact that we had Urborg and they didn't have to crack their fetch, and they get to basically hide an additional mana under it, it's pretty good. I can push it, but then I can't push the Magus of the Moon that's about to be a huge problem. The first thing I'm going to do is cycle Barrenmoor. Smallpox. That's nice. Fetch with Verdant Catacombs. Get a Swamp. Float a black mana. Let Magus resolve. Push Magus. Opponent will probably Cord in response. Or not. They put Yorion into their hand. Alright. We untap. Draw Hissing Quagmire. Play Deadlands. Play Lily. Down tick on Cobra. Pass the turn. Anybody having particular success with modern decks? Tron. Seems to be working pretty well, I imagine. Okay, we get a Thoughtseize. So, start off with a Thoughtseize. About to bring back 8-Rack. I could see it. Take Cord. Then we uptick Lily. Discard Bloodghast. Opponent discards Snow-Covered Island. Then we cast Smallpox. Oh, the new meta is great so far. Pitch Overgrown Tomb. Sack Urborg. Opponent discarded Yorion. They keep Prismatic Vista. We get back Bloodghast. And pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They're holding Prismatic Vista, 1 unknown. We untap. Draw a Fatal Push. Go to combat. Attack for 2. When it goes to 15, uptick Lily. They crack a Wooded Foothills for a Temple Garden, untapped. They crack Prismatic Vista. I bet you this is a collected company. Chord X1. I am not feeling very well rested now. I ran out of steam at like 2 p.m. today. After my 4 hours or 5 hours of sleep last night, so I'm a little bit on the tired side today. Alright, we untap. Draw Verdant Catacombs. So, play Verdant Catacombs. Uptick Lily. The beard, though, it's getting pretty long. A little bit unruly. I'm going to get an Overgrown Tomb. Go ahead and animate Hissing Quagmire. Get in for 4. Someday Kano's going to shave. We're going to be like, who is this imposter and when is his birthday? Say maybe you need a day off, but you're also the kind of grinding up the YouTube ladder, and I don't know how missing a day would affect that. So, fun fact. While I was home visiting my parents, I missed a single day of uploads. A single day. I have missed a grand total of 2 video uploads, both of which for very good reasons, and both times about 30% of my daily viewership didn't come back. It was crazy how much that matters. So I kind of pushed myself a little bit hard, but I feel like it's justified. So my opponent Renegade Rallyered back a Ice Fang Quaddle. We can't block with Bloodghast. Let's cycle Barrenmore. Okay, Inquisition is useless. I kept getting a Sultai teaching reclamation video recommendation where you don't have as much beard and it's not the same. Alright, pass the turn. Come back until Sigma bans me. Yeah, no, I was getting, like, I think it was about 600 views on average, and I ended up dropping, like, 120 views a day. It was crazy. What deck are you hoping that's going to be good? Are you going to make turns great again? Honestly, I want to play Smallpox, I want to play 8-Rack, I want to play Nahiri Boom, I want all of those things to be good, and of course I want to play Time Warp again. The problem with Time Warp is that Time Warp did not get much better than it was. It got a little bit better because a lot of the decks that were really abusing it are no longer a thing. Turns is hurt by the Mystic Sanctuary ban, but not as much as other decks. It just, like, made it impossible to fizzle. Like, you still can, or, like, now you can fizzle, I guess, but, like, the real issue is that Teferi and Force of Negation still make that deck basically unplayable. I can't really do anything, can I? Pick up Barrenmore, pick up Barrenmore, pick up Urborg. Play Urborg. Cycle Barrenmore. No Dredge. Cycle Barrenmore. No Dredge. Raven's Crime. That doesn't really help. Uptick Lily, discard Raven's Crime. I think we're dead. We're dead because my opponent got a single Renegade Rallier. They literally just Renegade Rallied, Ice Fang Quaddle, played into a Dork, and then top deck Soul Herder, and are now Soul Herdering Renegade Rallier. Alright, we take a bunch of damage. I don't think we have any Wraths in this deck either. Definitely not in the main deck. Okay, they're getting back Ice Fang Quaddle again. Does anyone happen to know why blue-black is listed as blue-red in MTG Goldfish? I have no idea. Dredge Loam. So we Loam, picking up Barrenmoor, Verdant Catacombs. Oh, why it's listed as blue-red? Probably because the only control deck that kind of existed was blue-red. Alright, Collective Brutality might be a card. So play Tectonic Edge. Cycle Barrenmoor. No Dredge. Inquisition. Alright, 3 mode. Duress. Kill. Drain. Drop everything. Please tell me 8-Rack is good again. Also, what's popping? 8-Rack might be good again. Alright. Put on some pretty good draws. Could generate value after we were supposedly had the game locked up. Collective Brutality is going to be very good versus my opponent's deck. Assassin's Trophy will not be. Rain of Tears and Fulminator Mage. I definitely want Ashiok. That much is certain. Probably Shadow of Doubt as well. Question is, what do I go down for them? It might actually be Abrupt Decay. Oh, and Liliana the Last Hope is going to be here. Going to be good here too. You'd like to say Wizards is dumb? I mean, a lot of us will agree with you without too much protest, but what in particular prompted that particular... Wow. That's how I know I'm tired. I'm just like repeating myself in the same sentence. If you have Ashiok, do you still want Shadow of Doubt? Yeah, they're only singletons. Also, welcome, Jod. Good to have you. I'm going to get rid of a regular swamp. You don't want Decay against the 3-mana Powerhouse and Soul Herder? I mean, I have Smallpox. I have a bunch of Fatal Pushes, Collective Brutalities, and stuff. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Maybe it is. Fine. I'll run Abrupt Decay over Shadow of Doubt. Fussy Doodles, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Anyone know how to Amazon sub from phone? I do not. What are we mad that they banned? I'm only mad that they banned Simian Spirit Guide, yeah. Alright, well I can't keep a no-lander. This looks pretty good, though. Hey, Fussy Noodles. Well, thank you for stopping by. It's good to have the support and viewership. Put back 1 Collective Brutality. It's not my birthday, Oz. Yeah, we're playing Golgari Loampox. Courtesy of I Play Bad Decks / Ant in the Discord. Man. I can't wait to take an Epsom salt bath later. They didn't need to ban SSG after fixing Cascade. Yeah, I don't think they did either, but such is life. I'm gonna Inquisition here. What's that, Six Sigma? Opponent has Ice Fang, Quaddle, Resto, and Kiki. Alright. Good to know. Bath on stream? No, no, there will be no bathing on stream. There will be no anime e-boy bathwater sold on this channel, ever. So opponent played a snow-covered forest. We untap. Draw Bloodghast. I need to save this Fatal Push. Probably for Restoration Angel. He's only allowed one F-bomb to keep his PG-13 rating. We can't cross the nudity threshold. It's only for his OnlyFans page. We gotta pay for that. Or get a lucky grinder date. No, none of that's true. Well, the PG-13 maybe, but the rest of it not. Play Bloodghast, pass the turn. Opponent flashes in Ice Fang Quaddle, gets to draw a card. They untap Noxon. Thank you for gifting 2 subs. Much appreciated. Oh, man. Opponent has got so much mana. Oh, gosh. A new clip. Never say ever. There will be no anime. Clipmaster Tarek. Judd, you've got emote power now. Wow, my viewership jumped up a bunch. I wonder what the heck's happening. So we're gonna Dark Blast Lotus Cobra. Dredge Dark Blast. I think this Wooded Foothills they used. We dredged 3 lands, which is very, very disheartening. Dark Blast there. Go to combat, attack for 2. Okay, no, they actually ended up playing their Wooded Foothills. They had another Wooded Foothills. It's going to be a fun stream tonight. But it gets a Sacred Foundry. All the new viewers heard it was your birthday. Oh, great. Omnath. Yorion 5-color Kiki Resto Omnath. My favorite. And of course, we dredged over all of our lands, so we're going to have a real bad time. Go to combat. Attack them for 2. Block. You know you want to. Jerk. Alright, 2 modes. Drain, Duress. Pitch Bloodghast. We have nothing capable of duressing. So pass the turn. Oh, we're just dead. We are actually, factually just dead. My opponent can play a land, fetch, add 4 mana, and then play Kiki, Restoration Angel, we die. I'm playing this again in the 2-man. Kano, how do you think Adnaz is going to evolve following the SSG ban? Joe West, thank you for resubscribing. 14 whole months. Glad to have you, man. I don't think Ad Nauseam is going to survive in a Ad Nauseam form. That's what I think. There might be an Angel's Grace spoils Thassa's Oracle deck, but like actual Angel's Grace Ad Nauseam doesn't really exist anymore. Unless there's a way to generate mana from only cards in hand. Is there a way to turn up the Twitch volume louder? Probably. I can also I think I also turned down my volume not that long ago. Maybe Esper Inverter Oracle combo deck. That's not Ad Nauseam. I'm gonna shock Overgrown Tomb and Inquisition them. Lightning Bolt, opt remand. Take remand. Pass the turn. Wasn't there that red weird ritual you're running in Mono Red Storm? Add mana per card in hand? Yeah, but the problem is, how do you get that mana from no mana on board and cards in hand? You used Simian Spirit Guide. It was the least invasive way to do it. So you'd have to, like, ad nauseum draw your entire deck minus one card, and then... Or you'd have to, like, have a bunch of rituals and ritual over the amount of mana you needed. But that's still a very different deck. Play Bloodghast. Pass the turn. I wonder if there's like a Pox or a Land Destruction deck we can play Rites of Flourishing in. Like the whole Exploration plus Howling Mine. Yeah, I don't know if you said that in the Discord or if somebody else did, but somebody else had the exact same thought. Or it was you. Sent it to me just to get me on tilt and rustle my jimmies. We untap. Draw a card. It's a blast zone. So my opponent played Scalding Tarn. Go to combat. To make a new one, Merfolk's Spirit Guide, it'll be a blue one. It's time to free Jitte? I don't think so. I don't think Jitte should exist in Modern. Card's really good. Play Verdant Catacombs. Crack Verdant Catacombs. And get an Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. Pass the turn. Goblin Spirit Guide. Flip a coin. If heads, add one red mana. If tails, take 5 damage. Jesus. What the hell is going on with Foil Visardrix being $130? I know nothing about the card. However, if the only foil printing was 7th edition, that means the only black border foil for that card is from 7th edition, which was an underprinted set with alternate art. I think it was alternate art for 7th edition. It's also one of the last old border sets to exist. It's definitely a supply issue. Spirit Guides in every color. Do you want Oops All spells to win on turn 0 with Chancellor of the Annex backup? Because that's how you get that. That is the reason, but it's still dumb for this card. Wow. At least my brain figured that out being this tired. Go to combat. Hit them for 2. Did my opponent shock a Sacred Foundry? I feel like my opponent shocked a Sacred Foundry. Alright. Yeah, pass the turn. Blue Spirit Guide. If they print a blue Spirit Guide, they have no excuse to print literally any card ever. Opponent targets Opt with Snapcaster. Gets to cast Opt. Alright. Spirit Guide. It's Azorius colors and gives you Azorius mana. Yeah. You said Spirit Guide, and I literally just imagined, like, a spirit over the shoulder of another spirit, just, like, being a dick. Islands OP for sure. Yeah, no kidding, right? Play Blast Zone. Go to combat. Attack them for 2. Oh no. Ban this. I'm already sick of it. Wizards fucking ban this shit. Oh, that's a good sign. That's a good sound bite. I have to be careful not to open that one on stream, lest I be threatened with demonetization. The oldest joke in Magic does not amuse Kano. This is probably a cryptic. Yep, that's cryptic. Crack Verdant. Get a Swamp. Loam. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. I don't remember if it was Uro or Omnath. No, it was. I think it was the Cascade deck. You don't want to play Cryptic Commands. TRK man, just what would this deck's win percentage go up by if you swapped Swamp for an island? Like, just played a totally different mono blue deck instead of like mono black splash green Golgari Pox. Played Simic Pox. Simic Pox. Oh no. Oh no. Play Verdant, go to combat, attack for 2. If I just ran a random island? Oh, okay, now I understand. Yeah, I'm gonna get completely obliterated. Opponent uses their other lightning bolt. What I was imagining was a blue-green deck casting Moanvuli Acid Moss and Annex. And just like take all their lands. Like you boomerang them and then you just start blowing up their lands. Oh, that sounds like a deck I would build. That's kind of funny. Wizards has actually run into multiple issues where random names that they just generated to sound... Sometimes it's to sound like particularly cultural. End up being like very offensive. Like I know Kiora originally had a last name and apparently it sounded like a swear in some language that I don't remember. Play Verdant Catacombs, go to combat. Attack for 2. Take my opponent to 6. Restoration Angel. Not allowed. Push the angel off a cliff to kill her. The Force Negation pitching Cryptic? It's lame. Lame. So we want Ashiok, Fulminator, Reign of Tears, Brutalities, and Shadow of Doubt. We're gonna go down. Fatal Pushes. I think Abrupt Decays. And a land. Single land. Try it like this. Kano tastefully ignoring chat bingo. Okay, you can mark that bingo square, but it's not tasteful ignorance. This is tired ignorance. Kano can't keep up with chat. Alright, well, we'll keep this hand. Let's start Urborg into Inquisition. Opponent has Opt, Path, Relic, Snapcaster. Take Snapcaster. Pass the turn. Opponent has a card with the text island, we're doomed. Yep, probably. So opponent plays Plains Relic, we untap. Draw Collective Brutality. Play Ghost Quarter. We'll just Duress. No reason to multi-mode this one. Opponent's got a Remand. Unacceptable. Get rid of Remand. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent plays a Flooded Strand. We untap. We draw Verdant Catacombs. Play Verdant Catacombs. Cling to Dust, Remand. Field is banned and proper control decks are back. Yeah, no kidding. Now I am going to escalate this. Duress, Drain. And I'm going to pitch a Verdant Catacombs. I'm going to take Opt. Bring back Hogak and Oko, all problems solved. Oh my gosh. You know, for a second there, I was actually about to correct you and be like, it wasn't called Oko, it was Uro. And then I realized that two Simic legendaries with similar names were banned in the same year. Oh, man. Sure would be nice if you could get some non-lands. Yeah, no kidding. We got some Baron Moors in here somewhere. Like, at least if we're going to draw lands, let me cycle them. You know. This is Scalding Tarn. So we know they're holding those two cards. We untap. We draw Baron Moor. Cycle it. Get a Bloodghast. Play Bloodghast. Go ahead and path me, opponent. I'm ready. Ooh, I hope that wasn't my clavicle going back out of place. I don't think so. It still feels fine. Bring on the paths. My body is ready. Oh, gosh. Opponent plays a Wall of Omens. Oh no, a 4-foot-high wall. My only weakness. Oh man, mods and your commands and your clips. Why, lands? Why? Pass the turn. I think I need a less brain deck. I need a more smooth brain deck to be playing in Modern right now to reflect my tiredness. Kano's real weakness is mods. Well, you know what they say, keep your enemies closer. It's just we untap, we draw a 24 bolt. We can't even play 24 bolt anymore because there's no faithless looting. That was like the whole reason you could play that. Should be thinning out the deck with fetches? Probably. Did someone say mono red goblin prison? Except for the fact that there's no Simian Spirit Guides. That you can't play turn 1 Rabble Master anymore. Blue Bolt. I think they said Tron. Oh gosh, no. Well, he could play Black Tron. Mono Black Tron would be really fun. Someone posted a new Mono Black Tron list in the Discord that I was pretty interested in playing. Like, we're just getting dunked on by control decks right now with a Resto Kiki finish in both of them. Turn 2 Blood Moon off Skirk Prospector is still pretty good. That's fair. My buddy was wanting to play Mono Red Tron Paradox Engine with Spirit Guides. Well, rest in peace, your friend. Alright, I'm gonna concede because I've done nothing but draw lands for like 9 turns after getting pathed. And I know what you're saying, Kano, why didn't you fetch? And my answer is because I'm dumb. Alright, now, let's go find that mono black Tron list. Where is it? Boomer shift. Oh my gosh. Sorry, just like some of you guys posted your deck titles. Yes, it does play 26 lands. Alright, let's see. I don't have Karn, Scion of Urza. What kind of deck plays that? Probably a better one than the one I brewed up. Great Bone Daddy, thank you for resubscribing. That is 2 entire years, and look how far I've come. In some ways, it feels like a long way, and in other ways, it feels like not very far at all. Let me think here. This deck plays Diabolic Revelations. Could it actually be good? How's the Kraken wound? Is it still... Oh yeah, the Kraken wounds are still there. I don't even want to look at my back, I'll be completely honest, because it's still pretty bad. Oh, that's right, I didn't post it to the Discord. I got my muscles scraped, or they did, it's called cupping, where they take a glass cup and they like suction it to your skin, and it forces blood into your muscle tissues and stuff like that. Yeah. I'd never had it done before, and like as part of resetting all of this stuff that was wrong with me, they did that to help relax the muscles into their new positions. And honestly, it was very relaxing. I don't know if there's any real health benefits to it. I just am not educated, but I mean, the guy said it would help. It appears to have helped. So, I mean, I would do it again. It felt kind of nice. Especially if I ever end up having a rib out of place again or anything like that, because oh my gosh. Alright, let's go get these cards. We're going to play this deck as is, because any change I make to this list is going to be probably bad. This will help the guy, probably. Well, like, he did just fix my rib. It's when you get that level of relief instantly, you're more willing to trust people. 2 Necromentia were not found. Can I not? Oh, wait. How much is that one? A whole ticket? Okay, well, I'll just do that then. Yes. Moto has this problem with overlapping sound effects, and I don't know if it's because of my computer or if it's because of other things like Moto's programming, but the overlapping sound effects freaking blow out my eardrum. Like, my computer volume, by the way, is sitting at 20%. My master volume is at 20%. And we are going to play some Mono Black Tron immediately after I restart the client. Because it's lagging pretty bad. I have updated Stream Decker. Usually you're not as loud as the other YouTube vids I watch, but that sound, woo. Yeah, no, I hate all of the Moto sound effects that they have adjusted and done crap to. Moto's new startup noise. Just me being grumpy. Anyway, have to restart Moto. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. Whatever that was. I also want the ability to shut this noise off. I've actually started up Moto and immediately shut it off, and this noise would not go away. Can't you disable Moto noises? Yes, but I actually use them for audio cues. And it does actually help me play better. Scary man's back. Make him go away. Oh, man. So how's everybody else's day going today? Oh, Karn Cloud was a fun deck. I'm going to have to revisit that one. What was I looking at? Was it Jank, Mono Blacktron, Redux? Something like that. Oh, now I gotta go find it. Playing RimWorld and it's a blast. I've never heard of RimWorld. Terrible, I have to watch the Ginger Overlord play a children's game. Sound effects in Moto are so weird, like the scream during a sack. I get it, but it was jarring to hear it. There's a scream during the sack? About to play Mario 3D World with Yurumi? Sounds like a fun time. What happened to that deck? What did I call it? Where did it go? I named it something else, so I'm not going to be able to find it. That's a problem. Blacktron Redux, that's it. What? I was an experiment to try and make land eggs. And it actually was kind of working, too. I'll let you know if I ever perfect it. Yeah, I'm going to start hiding decks just in this list that I scroll through for you guys to point out on stream. Alright, so it's Jank Blacktron Redux is what I called this. Or redo, or whatever. It's a foreign word. Here it is. I was in the wrong queue. There we are. Let's do it. It's got 4 mana Karn in it, just not Karn Great Creator. Leg. Oh my gosh. What the hell is in the does this smell like chloroform to you deck? Death Cloud. It's Death Cloud. This is a Tron hand. What do I do with this Tron hand? We're gonna keep. Opponent starts Bloodstained Mire. Passes. Man, we're only 48 minutes in, and there's been 3 clips already. That's not alarming. Start Swamp. Inquisition. Red and 6. Tarmogoyf. Fatal Push. Maelstrom Pulse. I'm going to take Red and 6. Pass the turn. 3 that you know about. Oh no. Yeah, some guy's back there with fraps recording a 240 by 180 pixel video of me. Those are some keepable cards. I think you're sassing me right now. I didn't think any. I was like, video recording software. Not Streamlabs, not OBS, not anything reasonable that a human being has used in the last decade. Fraps. That's what I jumped to. We're going to play Urza's Mine, and our opponent is going to question our deck construction and make an angry Reddit post. It's an ancient, like, it used to be like a desktop camera software that it would always, or like unregistered Hypercam 2, which would leave the freaking toolbar at the top of the image. Used Fraps once. Your computer decided to take 1 frame every few seconds. It wasn't very good software. We'll We'll be honest about it. Urza's Mind will play Maze Mind Tome. Assume it's safe to reduce the numbers of Relic in Greentron. Maybe more tusks for all the burns? Probably. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. You could also play Weather the Storm. Maelstrom Pulse. Who would do such a thing? Scry. No, I don't need a third Maze Mind Tome. Tron players listening to reason? Maze Mind Tron. Alright, we untap. Ulamog. Oh, what the hell am I playing? Inquisition, our opponent. Fatal Push, Bloodbraid. Well, I'll take Fatal Push. Play Maze Mind Tome. BB 3X spells. You can cast that on turn 5 or 6 if we're lucky. Yeah, but we get all of the cards we would ever need to win. Honestly, for the same cost, we should probably just be playing Thought Contortion in the main deck. Alright, opponent plays a Seasoned Pyromancer, dumps both of these cards. But this is my problem with double black spells. Even with Urborg in Tron, it's not really that good. So we're going to take a ton of damage here, and by a ton I mean 6. I honestly think my mono black Tron list at this point may have been better, but I did not keep a particularly good Tron hand. No! Maze Mind Tome, go away! Alright, we untap, we draw. Power Plant. I needed to scry there, didn't I? My opponent has 10 damage exactly. Didn't scry. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Game 2. Card after that was a swamp, so it wouldn't have mattered. This is not my birthday, and your ideas shall go unacknowledged. Alright, feed the swarms in. I don't know if I want to play Damnation. This is not a Necromentia matchup. Cry of the Carnarium. All of these double black cards are suspicious. Like, Necromentia should honestly just be Memoricide. Really, in this deck. Man, what do I take out versus my opponent's deck? And why is it Diabolic Revelation? Yeah, we're going to cut Diabolic Revelation. You take out the entire deck. The double black is not terrible. And the double black is pretty terrible. For something like Damnation, it's not, but how dare you consider removing the tutor? Fine. We'll take out Collective Brutality and then run it back, because not a lot of my opponent's threats actually die to Collective Brutality. I would love to play first. We got a Night's Whisper. Let's go. Well, I like the fact that there's 23 lands, because there are draw spells, and this is not a deck full of land tutors. You know? Like, we don't have Sylvan Scrying. We're not cantripping through the deck with Spheres and Stars. We gotta survive Ghost Quarters and stuff. How dare they take my one action spell? We untap. Draw Inquisition. Inquire. Lightning Bolt, Croxa, Ancient Grudge, Wrenn and 6. Take Wrenn and 6. Pass the turn. Put a Blaze Vert at Catacomb. Fetches. Gets an Overgrown Tomb. Untapped. Plays Croxa. Discard Damnation. I mean, it might. If I draw nothing but Tron lands that I don't already have on the board. Feed the Swarm. All right, that's kind of promising. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. I didn't even see your message, Tarek. Alright, opponent plays Bloodstained Mire. Fetches up a Blood Crypt and shocks. You guys told me Diabolic Revelation was good. You can't just backpedal now. Oh man, I'm like the monkey's paw of streamers. You gotta be clear with me what you mean. Yeah, alright. I'll discard Diabolic Revelation. Opponent discards Ancient Grudge. Oh, we untap. We draw a Thoughtseize. Well. Take Seasoned Pyromancer from them. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. Will never stop harassing me. Ugh. That was my elbow if that came across on recording. Okay, I gotta stop yawning. It's not allowed. We draw a card we can't cast. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a tap land, makes us discard Wormcoil. We untap. Draw Inquisition. Pass the turn. Happy 9,000-year-old birthday to your elbow. No, this is not going well. I think my Tron deck might be better. Sack pile 2. This deck is terrible. Hey, you can't say that. It's got Wormcoil in it. The white one is better than this. Alright, we'll play my Tron. Oh, we'll play Karn Cloud. Let's play some Karn Cloud. The guy who won with it didn't have to play against anyone. Oh my gosh. Alright. I built a white Tron, yes. It's not great. But it is fun. Whew. Alright, let me take a look at Karn Cloud really quick. And see if it needs to be updated. Does anyone remember this deck? Like black-green Dice Tron? Cycle a card to put a bunch of 1/1s into play and win? Use the cycle card. I have no idea what that is. Yep. That was Porter. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi, Porter. Say hi. Black-green Stormtron. Come here. Come here. Show your face on camera for everybody. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Porter cam now. He did. He's smart. He saw that there's a light there. He's looking at me right now. He's tilting his head. Oh, man, you got to see the head tilt. That's like 180 degrees. It's like an owl. Half lab, half owl. Forget magic. We demand Porter stream. Just like bend the camera over there and throw the toy for him for a while. All right. Okay, Okay, I'll try playing Karn Cloud. Just play fetch with him for an hour? I don't know if that would get very many views. Well, he is adorable. Aren't you, buddy? Yes, you are very adorable. People watch the dumbest stuff, you'd get views. He's being particularly needy because there's a rope toy that he wants sitting on my desk that he cannot have because he takes it and rips it up, and he can't have toys like that or he'll swallow them, and that's not okay. That's very dangerous for him. Alright, this hand seems, well, it seems reasonable. Put back Inquisition.
It's alright, buddy. It's alright. Just lay down. Yeah, just lay down. Be comfy. It's a lazy day today.
People would watch anything. The stream proves this. My god. You guys are relentless. We untap. Draw Karn, Great Creator. Go ahead and start with the old Thoughtseize. Rawhide rope toys? Oh, my opponent's playing Pox. Take Croxa from them. Pass the turn. Porter's face was overlapping Karn's head, and it was great. Nice. Yeah, I don't give him Rawhide stuff. I give him Deer Antler Chews, because he just absolutely loves them. But, like, if they start, like, completely falling apart or anything, I take them. Alright. Take Everflowing Chalice. Rest to the bottom. Play Everflowing Chalice. Kicked 0 times. Play Surge Node. Pass the turn. The animal skin that they sell at pet stores for chewing treat toys? I'm pretty sure that that's Rawhide, isn't it? Porter, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be over there. Alright, we're getting Thoughtseized. So there goes Karn. Alright, we untap. Draw a swamp. Play a swamp. Surge Node. Alright, Kefka, have fun. Play Surge Node. Play Core Tapper. Pass the turn. My goodness, I have a ton of messages. 1 second. Just making sure I'm not missing anything super important that I have to respond to. I'm gonna place a Bloodstain Mire. Opponent Kaya's Guile. Put some counters on Everflowing Chalice. Pass the turn. If I'm about to be banned, I want to say it was a fun ride. Oh dear. Alright, Surge Node onto Everflowing Chalice. Surge Node onto Everflowing Chalice. Then Chalice, Everflowing Chalice kicked 3 times. Pass the turn. Put a Crack's Bloodstained Mire. Yeah, I have no idea what's in their hand anymore. I wasn't paying attention. Be right back, chat. Kano. Oh, dear. Yeah, come on, Death Cloud. No kidding. Death Cloud here would be awesome. Opponent hits us for 1. Plays Bob. Death Cloud off the top, 1 time. Okay, Inquisition is kind of like a Death Cloud in that it's not like it at all. Inquisition, opponent is holding 2 lands. Surge Node. Surge Node. Pass the turn. I mean, if we can Death Cloud for 10, I'll Death Cloud for 10. So, like, Karn would be a good top deck here. Opponent Thought Seizes me. I have an empty hand. Kroxa. Here comes Kroxa. We lose 3 life. They're going to attack us for 3, take us to 10. They're holding a Swamp 1 unknown. We go to 10. Alright, Death Cloud, 1 time. Run it back. No sideboard. That was definitely not a Death Cloud. It didn't look like one. Also, this is really weird, but my ever since like having my ribs adjusted where I've been like able to breathe deeper and whatnot now, my sense of smell has come back a lot stronger. Like, it was kind of deadened for a long period of time, even pre-COVID. But since getting that adjustment made, I feel like I can smell better. This deck needs Night's Whisper? Actually, probably. This hand would be great with, like, a mana source of almost any kind. This hand would be great if we had a 0-mana artifact. This hand is what I'm going to have to tolerate. So I'll put back Surge Node and Signet. Kano could always smell better. Ha ha, he stinks, guys. That's why his camera goes out of focus. There's the stink lines coming off of him. He's awoken his feral instincts, chat, be afraid. We're getting Thought Seized. They take Everflowing Chalice. We untap and draw a Swamp. Werewolf Stream. Thoughtseize. Stoneforge, Magmatic Channeler. Take Channeler. Play Castle Lochthwain, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Plays a Plains. Plays Stoneforge Mystic. Why do these people have such good hands? I don't know, because they're playing reasonable decks. And we're stuck here playing some Kano brew. We untap. Draw Swamp. Play Swamp. Play Core Tapper. Pass the turn. Hey, Thobe, how's it going? Just guessing on the pronunciation there. Because we're the plucky protagonists in this cruel world fighting the good fight. You guys got some imaginations. Hope they thought seize me now. They won't. Alright, we draw land. Pass the turn. My opponent is going to put Batter Skull into play. I mean, post a link in the deck suggestions channel in Discord if you want me to take a look. If you got any cool ideas. I know you posted a picture not that long ago, but I do not remember it right now because I'm running on 4 hours of sleep for a lot of hours of consciousness. We untap. We draw Inventor's Fair. Well, play a swamp. Activate Castle. I have so many decks that I want to play right now. Like, I do want to play Bluetron. I want to play Smallpox. I want to play, like, there's just so many. So many I want to play right now. What was I going to do? There was a different deck I was going to play. Somebody, I think, mentioned it recently. Was it the Death Cloud list? I guess it's time to play something else. Oh, I know. I was going to say, let's brew up, like, Quest for the Holy Relic or Tempered Steel Beatdown or something like that. I haven't seen a list like that in forever. So I kind of wanted to build one. I'm not sure what tipped me off to it, but I do remember wanting to do this. Or Tron Deluxe. Yes, we could build Lux Cannon Dice Factory. That would be fun. I have built that deck before. Let's see. So, if I wanted to play Tempered Steel, artifact creatures you control get +2/+2. Actually, let's do Quest for the Holy Relic. Remove 5 counters from it. Search your library for an equipment card, put it on the battlefield, and attach it to a creature you control. So this deck has existed for a while. Modern. CMC. 0. Type creature. This deck plays Memnites. It plays Ornithopters. Oh, Core Duelist. Does it just play Colossus Hammer? Is this just like Colossus Hammer, the bad version? Or is this the Argentum Armor version? We need Glint Hawk. You don't know Argentum Armor? Argentum Armor is a huge equipment that vindicates every time the creature is equipped to attacks. Yeah. 6 mana, equip 6. Whenever it attacks, destroy a permanent. Probably would want to tone down some of the removal and add some draw for Modern, but it's fun. Posted it. I will take a look at that. I can see where you're going with it. Man, I wish 6 mana... Oh, dang it. 6 mana Liliana was playable in Modern, because she's so great. Throw 2 in there. Probably Hammer, but with top end. Okay, what else can we do to abuse Quest for the Holy Relic? Whenever you cast a creature spell... Does this need, like, Walking Ballistas? Yeah, Dreadhorde General. That's in the link that Oz posted in Discord for Historic. Sigarda's Aid? Yeah, but then we're just playing Hammer. And I mean, I'm sure Hammer is probably the actual deck, right? Hangerback. So Ballista and Hangerback. Hardened Scales. We don't use that many 1/1 counters. Yeah, and Hardened Scales is exclusive to 1/1 counters, so it doesn't interact with Quest. Is there anything that proliferates for very cheap? Oh, proliferate. This is not Mono White Tron. Throne of Geth? Throne of Geth actually does. Oh, there's Sword of Truth and Justice. That proliferates and is an equipment. Grateful Apparition. Problem is, that's just worse than casting our, like, 0 mana creatures, so probably not. Okay. I mean, we could just play Stoneforge and good equipments. We'll do Sword of Feast and Famine. Sword of... I guess Fire and Ice? What is this? Huh, okay. Sword of Fire and Ice. Oh, that's Light and Shadow. Not the one I was thinking of. Feast and Famine. Play Stoneforge Mystic and good equips. You're just playing Hammer Time? No! I'm not. We're going to fool people into thinking we're Hammer Time. And then lose. Let's see. All right, Sword of Feast and Famine. Play all the bad cards. Use Open the Armory. No, because Sword of, or Quest for the Holy Relic actually tutors up and suits up your creature. So we're not going to be playing Open the Armory. Is there any other gating creature? Fairy Imposter. Is Fairy Imposter a... a blue one? It's a 1-mana blue one that unsummons your creature, right? It's not Fairy Seer. It's not Fairy Miscreant. Squadron Hawk? Squadron Hawk is not that outlandish. It's not as outlandish as you claim that it is. Fairy Imposter. Return to Ravnica. Yes, we need Fairy Imposter. Thank you, Bone Daddy, because I knew there was another creature I was forgetting. I could actually cut the Hangerback Walkers and play something like the Force Spiking Owl. Judge's Familiar. Quickling. I don't want to get into too many 2-mana creatures. In fact, I basically just want to curve out at Stoneforge. Let's do this. Flooded Strand. There's no... No, we're not doing Ethereum Sculptor. There's not enough to cost reduce. Siren Storm Tamer is not a bad suggestion. That definitely fits in the deck archetype that I'm shooting for here. I'm thinking of a particular card. We basically want to play our entire hand on turn 1. Spell Pierce is definitely in the sideboard. Gonna have some Spell Pierce. Some Spell Pierce action. So plains. Let me put some lands in this deck. Something with affinity for artifacts. Yeah, that would work. Like, we could actually probably play Frogmite in this deck. I think our backup plan should be Tempered Steel. Tooth of Chiscoria is only playable in all-in Manaless Affinity, which is a great, awesome deck, but not what we're building here. Bauble? Actually, well, no, because we're not worried about artifacts. We're worried about casting creatures. Although, maybe Bauble is worth it. Let's try the naive approach first. I like where everybody's going now, but let's try the naive approach first. We'll add some spell pierces to the side. Free artifact lands. Yeah. What other? Oh, we need Tempered Steel as our backup plan. And Soul Artifact. We just like switch up into a bad affinity deck by ensouling an Ornithopter. I could be down for that. Thoughtcast. Well, we don't have enough artifacts that stick on the board, though. That's the problem for Thoughtcast. Thoughtcast is not a bad suggestion. The card is really powerful. I mean, I could switch into Thoughtcast and play something like Mishra's Bauble, but I would be playing a different deck. Which we can still test out with that. I'm not opposed. I guess we'll add some Tormod's Crypts to the side. And then, like, some Dispatch. Pro red cards? Oh, yeah. What is the 1/1? Into Thin Air? Bouncing a 0-mana dude? Come on, Moto, cooperate, please. Affinity for artifacts. That is way too expensive. We could play Retract, actually, though. Like, we could play Memnite, Ornithopter, Retract, play Memnite. And just do, like, a mini storm. But that's only good if we have multiple of these specific creatures. That doesn't help with, like, the Hangerbacks and Walking Ballistas and stuff. What is the 1-mana Kithkin that's pro-red that I cannot think of? Burrenton Forge Tender. That is the one. I think I like that better than Dispatch. Probably a Tempered Steel. Alright. We've got a deck. Let me acquire the rest of the cards for this really quick. Then I'll restart the client and we'll play some Quest for the Holy Relic. See if it's even any good. Alright, well the deck as a whole, 20 cents to purchase the rest of the cards for. You need a tech to understand this deck? Alright. I'll do a quick deck tech. So, the entire deck is built around Quest for the Holy Relic. Quest for the Holy Relic is a 1-mana white quest enchantment that whenever you cast a creature spell, you can put a counter on it. If you can get 5 counters on it, you could search for any artifact, put it on the battlefield, and stick it onto a creature. So, basically, you play Quest, then you play, like, Memnite, Glinthawk, Memnite, whatever. and then you put Argentum armor on a creature, and then you attack with it. That's the plan, anyway. And then our backup plan is Stoneforge Mystic into not Colossus Hammer. So, all right, I am going to restart the client because it is beginning to lag. And then we will play some Quest for the Holy Relic. This used to be a budget deck. It's not a budget deck now because I put a bunch of not budget stuff in it. But this used to be a budget deck way back in the day. I would like to see it win one game as well. I think that would be great. It does do stuff very quickly, so it does have that going for it. But that's about all it's got going for it. Alright, modern 2-player queue. What did I call this deck again? I have to get my naming consistency down. Oh, I called it Tempered Steel. It's not Tempered Steel. Yeah, the armor can in fact lock your opponent out of mana. The problem is Force of Negation is a card that exists in the modern metagame. Oh, ye of little faith, Oz. You haven't even seen it try yet. Reserve your judgment till after it fails. Not a keepable hand, mulligan. Not a keepable hand, mulligan. Jesus. We need a mulligan to Quest. Alright, we're mulliganing to 3. Put back Ornithopter, Hanger back. Well, Ornithopter, Ballista land. Okay, opponent starts. Opponent also mulligan to 5, so there's that. Play planes, pass the turn. Now we're on the backup plan of Stoneforge Mystic. Opponent plays a Flooded Strand. We untap and draw Ornithopter, so play Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic resolves. We'll get ourselves a Batterskull. Pass the turn. Opponent did not crack Flooded Strand. They pass. We untap and draw Ballista. Play an island. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks Flooded Strand, gets a Hollowed Fountain. Opponent sighs, rolls their eyes back, and thinks, hammer time again. Yes, but we revealed Batterskull and aren't playing Luris. And also blue mana. So we would at very least be a weird hammer time build. My opponent just scooped it up. They couldn't beat a Batterskull. We won a game! All of you naysayers, Oz. That's right. This deck won a game. Okay. I'm going to bring in Spell Pierce. We're going to go down Argentum Armor, Light and Shadow, Feast and Famine, and Fairy Imposter. That's wrong. I take back everything I said. Deck is just too OP. Oh, jeez. I mean, we mulled to 4, and our opponent mulled to 5, so it was really a non-game, I agree, but... Did my opponent just like... Okay. They're still here. We got quest. I'm going to try keeping this. Are there any good enchantment tutors in Modern? The best one's Enlightened Tutor. Or, I mean, Idyllic, not Enlightened. Idyllic Tutor. Okay, opponent starts Thraben Inspector. Oh, we should play Thraben Inspector in this deck. That might be better than Fairy Imposter, actually. Play Quest for the Holy Relic. Pass the turn. Opponent is now reading. Opponent shocks Hallowed Fountain. Is 9 lives playable in Modern? No, 9 lives is not playable. You're better off doing Phyrexian Unlife Solemnity. Basically the same thing. Play an island, play Stoneforge Mystic. Quest for the Holy Relic ticks up. Stoneforge Mystic, go get Batter Skull. Pass the turn. What's horrible is I'm about to draw Argentum Armor. Guaranteed. We won't even be able to quest. Blue-Black Prison sounds like a lot of fun. I bet you Torrential Replicate's good now that everyone's running fetch lands again and playing reasonable decks. Opponent played a Spellskite, which is very intimidating. We untap, we draw Core Duelist. Can I do this? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, here we go. Hallowed Fountain untapped. Core Duelist. Play Glinthawk. Sack Glinthawk. Play Fairy Imposter. Return Core Duelist to my hand. Then play Walking Ballista. Yeah, Spellskite wrecked. Ballista dies. Quest for the Holy Relic. Get some Argentum Armor. Suit up Mystic. Go to combat. Attack for 7. Target Hallowed Fountain. Can the opponent retarget quest? Search your library for an equipment card. Put it onto the battlefield, and then attach it to a creature you control. I don't think they can. We Argentum Armored somebody, and we won! Play it one more time. It's gonna be a fast deck. How about Stonecoil Serpent? Stonecoil Serpent's probably better than Hangerback Walker, because it's actually castable. Alright, we're gonna keep. Flooded Strand, fetch Flooded Strand. Play a Hallowed Fountain, untapped. Play Quest for the Holy Relic. Cast Ornithopter. Pass the turn. Opponent starts Plains. Passes. We untap and draw Fairy Imposter. Play Plains. Play Glinthawk. Pick up Ornithopter. Play Ornithopter. Play Fairy Imposter. Pick up Ornithopter. Play Ornithopter. Now we have an active quest. Alright, pass the turn. Opponent plays a forest. Suspicious. Crack quest. Get Argentum armor. Suit up Ornithopter. Untap. Draw an island. Play an island. Go to combat. This equipment does not give hexproof at all. I am the storm deck now, whatever this pile is. I am the victor! My opponent played a plains and a forest and could not win. Bring in Spell Pierce. Basically the same plan. We'll cut some Hangerback Walkers. Actually don't think we need Duelists as much. Duelists are good, but I think this deck needs some retooling. It's not quite as good as it should be. The cool thing was, if my opponent had a Path to Exile and was willing to cast it, we could have sacked Quest for the Holy Relic to stick Sword of Light and Shadow on a creature. Alright, yeah, I'll keep this. This deck can beat other bad decks. It does a strong thing. If you don't interact with it, it does a strong thing. If you interact with it, it will lose. That's how this deck works. And sometimes that's good enough. Hollowed Fountain. Play Quest for the Holy Relic. Play Ornithopter. Add a counter. Play Memnite. Add a counter. Pass the turn. Opponent left up Mana Tithe mana. Yeah, they didn't use it. Exactly both matches, no interaction from opponents both times. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, Ghost Quarter. Leonin Arbiter. How rude. I was about to play a Stoneforge Mystic. Play Stoneforge Mystic. Counter on Quest. Okay, Fizzle. Swing 0 to send a message. Opponent untaps. As long as they don't double Ghost Quarter us, we're fine. Single Ghost Quarter, we can survive. I heard Arbiter. Kano, I want you to lose. No hard feelings. No! Double Ghost Quarter! My only weakness! Oh no. Well, the good news is we have powerful equipment in hand. We just need to be able to play it. And the good news is we're getting to be able to play it. You know what? I'm going to hit you for 0 again, opponent. I want you to know that I am very angry with Ghost Quartering me. Opponent plays a forest. Plays a Warden of the First Tree. We get a Flooded Strand. Play a Plains. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a field. Rip Monkey and taxes. No more busted turn 1. Yeah, they did my man Harambe bad. It needs to be BM counters. They're like infect counters, but when you hit for 0. Put a Fire and Ice into play. Untap. We draw Hollowed Fountain. Equip Fire and Ice. Go to combat. I need to get my bad karma meter back up and working. Exercise my programming muscle and write some add-ons for OBS and stuff. Don't you dare. Oh, you just had to do it. They're flashing in a blocker. Alright, they chump with Hushwing Griff. So we don't draw a card and we don't get to shock. We don't pass go and we don't collect $200. I'm not going to play out my land. I'm skipping my land play this turn because I don't want my opponent to activate field. Opponent plays a Kasali Pride Mage. No! How dare you, opponent? That's so rude. We untap. We draw Spell Pierce. Go to combat. Attack for 2. Opponent hits the sword. We hit them for 0. They get another BM counter. Play Flooded Strand. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Ramanop Excavator into a Ghost Quarter. Pay for Arbiter. Crack Flooded Strand. That's right. That 0-2's making them crap their pants. Hallowed Fountain tapped. We untap. Pay for Arbiter. Float mana. Ghost Quarter. Get a Plains. Activate Mystic. Put Sword of Light and Shadow into play. Get a Plains. Play a Plains. Pass the turn. So they can replay Ghost Quarter and Ghost Quarter us again. Three mana, they play Knight of the Reliquary. Block with Memnite. Trade. We untap. Draw Fairy Imposter. Only need to cast 2 more creatures. And pay 2 mana. Shock Hallowed Fountain. Equip Ornithopter. Go to combat. Hit my opponent for 2. Gain 3 life. Pick up Memnite. Play Memnite. Counter on quest. Pass the turn. Opponent plays Horizon Canopy. Yeah, that's the plan. We untap. Play an island. Play Fairy Imposter. Counter on quest. Pick up Stoneforge Mystic. Pay for Arbiter. Sack quest. Get Argentum armor. Suit up the Ornithopter. Go to combat. Hit them for 8 in the air. Destroy Arbiter. Opponent takes 8. No legal targets. Gain 3 life. Pass the turn. Not replaying Stoneforge. Not yet, anyway. I want to leave up Spell Pierce. Case of collected company. They're gonna field me. How dare they? Don't they know who I am? They definitely don't know who I am. Get an island. Pass the turn. Well, they're sacking a land for Knight of the Reliquary. They're making Knight of the Reliquary big. An obscure YouTuber. Don't they know who I am? Oh my gosh. Just being like a raging douchebag. Just like, excuse me, don't you know who I am? Like, parked, like, drive up in my Challenger, park in a handicap spot, show up to some F&M in a small town that nobody cares about, just general be a dick to everybody. Oh, gosh. I never want to do that. I never ever want to be that douchebag in any modicum or percentage. We're getting attacked for 2. That's fine. Take 2. We untap. We draw. Walking Ballista. Go to combat. Attack for 10 in the air. Argentum armor, kill Knight. When you realize 0% is still a percent. They're pathing Fairy Imposter. Sure. Get a Plains. I'm slow rolling this Walking Ballista. Yep. Opponent sacks Plains tonight. Alright, opponent hits. We hit our opponent for 10 or 8. They go from 10 to 2. I tried to say all of those things at the same time. It didn't work. And we don't pick up anything. We gain 3 life. Then we go to second main. Play Walking Ballista. Spell Pierce back up. Ping. They're going to draw a card. Okay. You going to Croson grip me? That would have been impressive. My opponent had a Croson grip. Got him! That's 2-0! That's 2-0 with this deck. See, I knew Quest for the Holy Relic was good. Oh my gosh. Move over, Hammer Time. There's a new equipment deck in town. And it's bad. Does anybody have any have any decks they want me to play? Oh man. I don't want to cut the stream early. Sorcery Storm? Alright. We'll play some Sorcery Storm. Oh, I don't have Birgi in this version. Well, that's fine. We don't need it. We don't need it. Jank Storm Ascension. Let's do it. Give deck tech, please. All right, I'll do one really quick. Basically, we are a mono red storm splashing green for Manamorphose and Channel the Suns. The idea is to generate enough mana that we can cast a Hazoret's Undying Fury, which shuffles our deck, exile the top 4 cards, cast all 4 of them, and that basically makes it impossible to not fizzle. We have Valakut Awakening and Cleansing Wildfire and stuff to cantrip and kill our opponent with like a grape shot. I would love to play first. This seems keepable. We have 2 redraws at hitting a second land. So start Snow-Covered Mountain, play Warlord's Fury. Come on, land. Preferably an indestructible land, but any land would do. We got tons of mana, literally just buckets of mana. And we're against Burn. All right, Goblin Guide, you know what to do. Goblin Guide. You're supposed to give me lands, Goblin Guide. All right, play Warlord's Fury. Hey. Stomping Ground tapped, pass the turn. Now all we need to do is draw any Hazoret's Undying Fury or like one of our big payoff sorceries. Opponent plays a Swift Spear and a second Swift Spear. Goes to combat, they attack. We draw a mountain, that's good. We untap. Draw Pyromancer Ascension. Which I can actually almost turn on. It only needs 2 quest counters on it. That can be achieved. So Pyretic Ritual to 4 mana. Then we Desper Ritual. Splicing Desper Ritual. We get 6 mana here. This is a lot cooler when we have one of the indestructible lands, because we use Cleansing Wildfire as a cantripping Rampant Growth in a Storm deck, and it's pretty good. Play Pyromancer's Ascension. Play Pyretic Ritual. Always yes, always yield. The worst part is we're like not even really going anywhere with this. Then we cast Desper Ritual. Pyromancer's Ascension online. Cleansing Wildfire. Duplicated. Hit their mountain too. We get to draw. Hazaret's Undying Fury. Come on, ritual. Any ritual. Manamorphose, even. Valakut Awakening. Cast Valakut Awakening. Because we're not doing anything else this turn. So, yes, use Pyromancer Ascension's ability. Put back Channel the Suns. Draw some cards. Warlord's Fury, I could use to draw a couple cards. Valakut Awakening. We'll put back Channel the Suns. And Warlord's Fury. Any order. Draw some cards. Alright. And next turn, our opponent dies. I mean, unless they go land, bolt, 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 in which case we're dead. There's the land. Lightning Helix. Well, it's not a lightning bolt, but that is representing 9 damage. Any burn spell kills us? Question mark? No! How could we have possibly foreseen this? We take exactly lethal damage. I think the worst part is I could have cast Channel the Sun. No, I couldn't splice after Channel the Suns because I wouldn't have had 2 red mana. If I could have cast Channel the Suns last game, we would have been fine. Alright, the good news is we have Weather the Storm for just such an occasion. So Weather the Storm in... And let's see, no, we want crash throughs and stuff. Weather the Storm's in, we cut... Oh crap, what do we cut? We can't cut the cantrips, not all of them anyway. I guess the Cleansing Wildfires. And then try it like this. We don't need lightning bolts. I would love to play first, though. We have some redraws, but I think I'm going to mulligan for a slightly better hand. I consider this hand to be slightly better. Put back Stomping Ground. Start Wooded Foothills. Fetch up a mountain. Warlord's Fury. We draw Cleansing Wildfire, pass the turn. To add Birgi to this list. Birgi and Pyromancer's Ascension compete with each other. The problem is, if you play Birgi and you play the Runaway Steam Kid, those 2 cards have a... Like, they have a solved deck list. They have an Infinite Storm combo with them, and it takes up so many slots that playing it in a list like this doesn't make sense. I had my hopes when it was spoiled that I could stick it in this deck, but unfortunately it doesn't fit. Get another mountain. We get Hazaret's Undying Fury, so now we just gotta make it to Hazaret's Undying Fury. Opponent plays a Scalding Tarn, crack Scalding Tarn. They play a Swift Spear. And suspend a Rift Bolt. Hitting us for 3. We draw Wooded Foothills, which is good. If we get a Desperate Ritual, we go off here. Channel the Suns does it. It's not going to be amazing or anything, but it should be good enough. You thought about Aria Flame? I've never been a fan of Aria Flame. It's not a bad card. I actually had it in the sideboard of this list, but I've never really made it good. Am I up for chatting or Momir before ending tonight? I could probably do chatting, but I've got like no brain power left. It would be good against Death Shadow. Oh, yes. Okay. Good call on that. So we'll play Channel the Suns. And then we Desperate Ritual, using a color of mana we don't need. Manamorphose into red-green. Second Hazoret's Undying Fury. Cast Hazoret's Undying Fury. See what we exile. Nothing. We hit nothing. Alright, so cast Valakut Awakening and cast Warlord's Fury in that order. So we draw a card, and we Valakut's Awakening. And it doesn't matter what we put back or what we draw because our lands do not untap next turn. That is the writer text to Hazoret's Undying Fury. Oh, alright, pass the turn. Big sad. We got Rift Bolted. We go to 8. Bolt is lethal. Boros Charm is lethal. Skullcrack is lethal. Lava Spike is lethal. Oh, please stop having bowel movements. It is now just laughing. Lightning Helix. Definitely lethal. Lethal is lethal. Yep. Alright. Man, I think I'm actually done. I know it's super early for a Kano stream to be over, but I did not get enough sleep last night. So I think we're done with Magic for the night. I know this is like an hour early and 2 hours earlier than I normally would try to make it, but I don't feel like I can give good commentary and play at a decent enough level. I am super excited, though, to actually sleep tonight, because, like, I can't tell you what an improvement it's like to breathe. Like, actually breathe. It's, super, super big deal. I wonder how it affects my snoring. If my snoring is any worse or not. The whole ribcage ordeal. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. I was really glad. It was really, really fun to have all of you. And Bone Daddy, I can't believe it's been 2 years. That's just completely floors me. Joest has been 14 months. Feels like yesterday it was like, what is that? 12 and 2? Like, come a long way, really. You have a good night too, Jod. Thanks, Cookie Ninja. You have a good night. Happy to stream Oz. Thank you, Cookie Ninja, for subscribing. You're a wonderful human being, and I greatly appreciate your support. Realized earlier through the stream that I refound you like a year ago around now. Yeah, Six Sigma, you used to be around when I was getting absolutely shwasted and playing Battle of Wits and turns in the modern metagame. God, 2018. What a year. I guess it was early 2019. No, it was 2018, right? I think it was 2018. And thank you. I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that I have such a cool group of people that join on stream and heckle me and harass me, and in general we have a good time. I look forward to this every week, and so I promise next stream will be longer than this one, guaranteed. That sounds about right, Oz. It was 2017 then. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And that's not that long after I started consistently streaming Oz. You've been around since 2014? I did, I briefly streamed in college. It was like once a month for 4 or 5 months. Off my stupid old Lenovo laptop that has since died. Jod technically did find me before I streamed. If it were a competition, I suppose that would win. Miss lifting with you, Jod. I do. All right. I think I'm going to pack it in and go to bed. But, oh, how was it? How was your first lift since you left? It's just not the same. It's tough. Like, I was really looking forward to the Sunday lifting sessions, man, but you got to do what you got to do. Anyway, I love you all. You're all for human beings. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, you found me on Salvation almost a decade ago? Feels like it. Have I been posting about Battle of Wits and random crap for that long? Was it that long ago? All right. Good night, everybody. If you need me, I'll be in the Discord.